We move away from the election petition issue and to the Ashanti region because the region has recorded a 339% increase in active cases of COVID-19 in less than a month. Active cases rose to 79 from 18 cases recorded before the Christmas festivities. 7 are currently in critical conditions. Health authorities in the region say both treatment and testing centers are being expanded in the wake of the increasing cases. Ashanti Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Emmanuel Tenkwari, explains measures to help contain the spread. He's observed a decline in adherence to the safety protocols, especially during funerals and other social gatherings. The region intends to reactivate treatment and isolation centers closed after the peak period of the pandemic. He spoke to Love FM's Prince Apia Deborah, who joins us via Zoom with more on this. Prince, what more has the director been telling you? I'm afraid we do not have Prince Apia on the line, but we're certainly going to raise him and have a lot more conversation on the COVID-19 situation in the Ashanti region. Moving on to other issues, we'll return to the story pretty shortly, well, as soon as we have Prince Apia back. Well, leader of government's Environmental Sustainability Task Force against illegal mining is accusing some faceless element at the corridors of power of derailing the president fight against Galamsey. Chum Ampofo-Ajekum says the intended switch of government anti-Galamsey fight from the Environment Ministry to the Lands Ministry will not change anything if the president fails to call these powerful hands to order. He says the same people calling for the head of Professor Frimpong Boateng today are same powerful hands behind illegal mining in the country's forest. Mr. Jekum spoke to Erastus Asari Donko after he led his team to arrest some 7 Chinese miners and seized 10 excavators in the Tabosere Forest Enclave. There's a reports coming up.
This is a drone image of the Upper Wassa forest in the central region. The footage shows an unending tale of horror of a once green forest turned into miles of wasteland by illegal mining. This is the Kobro section of the Apamprama Forest Reserve in the Amansia Central District of the Ashanti region. Scenes of shocking pillage of this natural resource by faceless people hiding behind Chinese and local illegal miners. This is the Tabosere Forest Enclave in the western region. Within months, miners operating under confusing claims of authority are greedily consuming this national asset with impunity. One thing was common with our visit to these sites. All of them had entry permits from the Forestry Commission but could not immediately produce mining permits from authorized institutions. These sites have foreign and local nationals abusing the environment, but these are not the real owners. Upon entry by enforcement agencies, caretaker supervisors start making calls to people in higher places. Hello, Director. Depending on how powerful the owners are, the enforcement agencies are forced to leave the illegality to continue. Mr. Chum Ampofo-Ajekum leads the Ministry of Environment's Sustainability Task Force. He believes President Akufo-Addo's illegal mining fight will be lost until he calls these faceless remote miners in his government to order.
Say fight, say fight independent.
If we want to win this fight against illegal mining, we should have a strong, independent person. That person should be able to withstand calls from powerful people. Sometimes, before you could even effect arrest in the forest, the calls start coming in. Before we could transport these excavators, we had to deal with a number of calls from powerful people. Those who hurl insults on you and accuse you of destroying the NPP with this fight. I disagree with people who say Professor Frimpong Boateng has failed in this fight. Those are people who are actively engaged in illegal mining. The rate at which the country's forests are being destroyed calls for urgent attention.
The task force has in the past week seized these excavators, transported to Kumasi, and arrested a number of Chinese nationals engaged in illegal mining. Reporting for JoyNews, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.